Good evening, everyone. On this second day of Legal Aid Awareness Program for the academic year 2021-22, a webinar series Law at Your Doorstep, organized in collaboration with Department of Law, University of Mumbai, Department of Law, Mahatma Gandhi Kashi Vidyapith, Varanasi, and Janardhan Bhagat Shikshan Prasarak Sanstha's Bhagubai Changu Thakur College of Law. We will begin our webinar by national anthem. So may I request you all to kindly stand up for the same.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे। गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Suyash Bartake, the student of 5th year BLS LLB, feels a great and immense pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to an eminent legal luminary, Honorable Shri Uday B. Vavikar Sir, Advocate, Supreme Court of India. I am also delighted to welcome Honorable Dr. Rajashri Varadi Madam, Professor and Head, Department of Law, University of Mumbai. Further, I am also glad to welcome Honorable Dr. Ranjan Kumar Sir, Head and Dean, Department of Law, Mahatma Gandhi Kashi Vidyapith, Varanasi. Thereafter, I would like to welcome Honorable Dr. Mrs. Shitla Shrikant Gawan Madam, Principal, Bhagubai Changu Thakur College of Law, New Panvel, Raigad. I am also very happy to welcome all other dignitaries present here, Honorable Principals of various law colleges, professors, teaching staff, advocates, members of alumina, student coordinators, and all the dear participants and students. A very warm welcome to one and all present here. It is always said that the consumer is the king of market, but whether this statement is true, Consumer Protection Act provides for various provisions for safeguarding the rights of the consumer. But the irony is that the statement consumer is the king of market is only on the paper and not a reality. But it is to be accepted that the consumer situation has been changed from introduction of various laws in the past, and indeed the most important and crucial was the Consumer Protection Act. Indeed, we have seen the development of Consumer Protection Act from caveat emptor to caveat venditor. Hence, today's topic is significance of Consumer Protection Act. Now, may I request Dr. Sanjay Jadhav Sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Law, University of Mumbai, for a welcome address.
Dr. Rajeshri N. Varadi ma'am, Professor and Head, Department of Law. Advocate Uday Vavikar sir, well-known lawyer, the Supreme Court of India. Honorable Sri Justice Ashok Bangale, the former Judge, Consumer Court. Dr. Ranjan Kumar, Dean and Head, Mahatma Gandhi Department of Law, Kashi University. Dr. Shitla Gawan, Principal of CKT Law College. Principals of law colleges, teachers of law colleges, members of bar and bench, dear students, including students of LLB, LLM students, diploma students, PhD students, MPhil students, and other renowned legal luminaries. Good evening to one and all. Before I propose formal welcome speech, let me express my deep gratitude to our Dr. Rajeshri N. Varadi, Professor and Head, Department of Law, for giving me this opportunity to propose my formal welcome speech before this August gathering. Thank you very much, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity. At the first, I welcome Honorable Chief Justice Ashok Bangale sir, former judge of the Bombay High Court, as well as former judge, State Consumer Commission. Sir is renowned for his social and legal commitment in the field of consumer law. He himself is a great personality and he himself is a great jurisprudence in the realm of consumer law. We are indeed thankful and grateful for your gracious presence, sir. I also welcome the chief guest of today's function and none other than Advocate Uday Wavikar sir. He is regarded as a personality and a unique jurisprudence in the field of consumer law. Without him, the consumer law is incomplete. The reality of the law can be seen through the advocacy of Advocate Uday Wavikar sir. I also welcome our head, vibrant and dynamic head, none other than Dr. Rajeshri N. Varadi ma'am, under whose dynamic leadership and able guidance we could organize such a great and historical event. I really welcome our head Department of Law for this historical event. Let me tell you, my dear students, today's program is unique in the sense that for this today's program, we have great lawyer and great judges of the consumer field. Let me further explain. Honorable Justice Chief Ashok Bangale has been a member of the State Consumer Forum, and luckily, we have with us Dr. Rajeshri N. Varadi ma'am, who is not only a professor and head Department of Law, but she has been a judge of the State Consumer Forum for successful 5 years. Ma'am has delivered historical judgments, including judgment against the developer to pay 18% interest in favor of the persons who take the housing loan out of their hard-earned money. So really, it's a great and a historical day that on one platform, we have a great lawyers like Uday Wavikar sir, and on the other hand, we have a great people from the bench of the consumer law, and none other than Justice Ashok Bangale sir, and our beloved, vibrant and dynamic head, the professor and head Department of Law, that is Dr. Rajeshri Varadi ma'am, who has been a member of the State Consumer Forum. I really welcome all this personality from the bottom of my heart. I also welcome Dr. Ranjan Kumar sir, the Dean and Head, MGM Law Department, Kashi University, for this unique program. This program has become state level as well as national level by contributing the golden arm of Dr. Ranjan Kumar sir. Sir, we are indeed thankful, and we also expect that under the dynamic leadership of our great head, Dr. Rajeshri N. Varadi ma'am, we will be in position to do such kind of programs, not only at state level, but also at national level as well as at international level. So, sir, I also welcome you from the bottom of my heart for this today's program. I also welcome Dr. Sitala Gavan ma'am, who is a dynamic lady and very, very vibrant personality, a young personality in the field of law, the principal of CKT Law College, who has been a quite active and a very proactive in organizing such kind of program. This program has become really unique by the golden contribution of the CKT Law College. On behalf of the Department of Law, I really welcome you, your team, and your students as well. I also welcome the principals of law colleges for this program. I also welcome the law teachers from the department, including Swati ma'am, Sital sir, Deepali ma'am, Alka madam, Advocate Preeti Pramania ma'am, and other dignitaries from the legal field. I also welcome the students of law colleges, students of our law department, including LLM students, MPhil students, PhD students, and diploma students, without whose presence this program could not become successful. So I really welcome once again to all my dignitaries from the legal field and from the bar and bench as well. And then finally, I also welcome all other non-teaching staff from the law colleges and law department. Dear friends, the consumer is the ultimate person in the market. In the era of globalization, consumer is a crucial factor. Everybody knows, right from the birth, everybody is a consumer. So it's a crucial topic. And I think we are really grateful that today we have with us all these great personality, including Justice Bangale sir, Dr. Rajeshri N. Varadi ma'am, who has been a member of the Consumer Forum for last 5 years during her tenure, Advocate Uday Wavikar sir. So without wasting much of time, let us hear the golden use of this golden personality. Now may I request Dr. Rajeshri and Varadi ma'am, the professor and head Department of Law, to deliver her historical and introductory speech on such a vibrant topic. Ma'am, welcome. Please.
Good evening, everyone. Honorable Shri Justice Ashok Bangale sir, former chairman of Maharashtra State Consumer Commission and former judge of the Bombay High Court, and our alumni of the department. Honorable Advocate Uday Vavikar, Vice President of Consumer Court Bar Association and Advocate of Supreme Court of India. Dr. Ranjan Kumar, Dean and Head of the Law Department of Mahatma Gandhi Kashi Vidyapith, Varanasi. Dr. Sheetala Gavan, my dear friend and principal of Bhagubai Changu Thakur College of Law, New Panvel. Trustees of BCT Law College, Panvel. Members of the bench and bar, teaching and non-teaching faculties of the Department of Law, University of Mumbai, Mahatma Gandhi Kashi Vidyapith, Varanasi, and BCT Law College, Panvel. Visiting faculties, principals of law colleges at state level, students of the departments of both universities, BCT College of Law and other law colleges, and distinguished guests. Hearty welcome to all distinguished dignitaries and participants in this August gathering. वाराणसी के हमारे भाई और बहनों को डॉक्टर राजेश्री का प्रणाम. Hearty welcome to you. See, I am happy. Today, this is second day of our 4 days legal awareness program of law at your doorsteps. We are privileged to have with us Justice Bangale sir and our chief guest, Advocate Uday Vavikar. Both are having different visions from judiciary. We have different vision, and as an advocate, they are fighting to give justice to consumer. So I think advocate also plays a great role in giving justice to litigants. Consumer law is very important for the common man. It covers almost all aspects of our life. When your morning starts, when you start your light, put on your light. If there is a deficiency in electricity, you approach consumer court. If you go to the market and purchase something, there is a deficiency, then you approach consumer court. If you are traveling by train or by airlines, any deficiency you face, you approach to the consumer court. I was privileged to have experience as a lady member of Maharashtra State Consumer Commission. Every day, almost our board was more than 100 cases, and situation is same almost. Litigants and litigations are increasing day by day. What it shows awareness amongst the society at large. That is the purpose. Our Department of Law, just to create legal awareness in the society, we have undertaken a mission of Law at Your Doorstep program. People cannot come to the university, they need not to go to the court, but we should reach to the grassroots level of masses and create legal awareness amongst them. In this noble mission, BCT College of Law, Dr. Sheetala Gavan has joined her hands with us, and this time Dr. Ranjan Kumar is also with us from Varanasi. I am happy that 3 organizations have taken this initiative, and we think that which are important subjects, we should create legal awareness in the society, with the students and lawyers and other principals who are joining this program here. It's a very good opportunity to everyone to learn and to interact with eminent people. We are happy Advocate Uday Vavikar is here with us today, and He has, I think, thousands of cases he has filed, and last many years, more than 20 years experience he is having with the consumer court. We are very eager to hear you, so I do not wish to stand between our eminent chief guest and our student participants. My hearty welcome to Advocate Uday Vavikar. Thank you. I hope all our participants will enjoy this lecture also, and we hope to have interaction with students and participants at the end of lecture of Advocate Uday Vavikar. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Dr. Rajeshri Varadi, Madam, Professor and Head, Department of Law, University of Mumbai, for enlightening your views in various aspects and for those kind words. Now, may I request Priyanka Unde, Madam, Assistant Professor, Bhagubai Changu Thakur College of Law, New Panvel, to give introduction of Honorable Chief Guest.
Good evening to one and all. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome Honorable Dr. Rajeshri Varade Madam, Professor and Head of Department, Department of Law, University of Mumbai. Honorable Dr. Ranjan Kumar Sir, Head and Dean of Department of Law, Mahatma Gandhi Kashi Vidyapeth, Varanasi. And Honorable Dr. Mrs. Sheetala Gavand Madam, Principal of Bhagubai Changu Thakur's Law College, New Panvel, Raigad, and all other dignitaries, principal of various law colleges, professor, teaching staff, advocates, member of alumni, student coordinator, and all other participants, a very good evening to one and all present here. I, Assistant Professor Priyanka Unde from BCT Law College, take immense pleasure in introducing and welcoming one of the most prominent personality, Honorable Advocate Uday Vavikar Sir. Honorable Sir has completed his Bachelor's of Commerce in 1918 and Bachelor's of Law in 1984 from University of Mumbai. Sir has also procured Diploma in Industrial Relation and Personal Management from Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan in 1989 and has completed an Executive Development Program in Administrative Management at Jamnalal Balaji Institute of Management Studies in 1981. Honorable Sir has currently been appointed as Vice President of Consumer Courts Advocate Association for Maharashtra and Goa. Sir were also part of some of the well-known industries like Tata Consultancy Services and also with American Express Bank. Advocate Uday Vavikar Sir has also represented more than 70 renowned builders like Agarwal Groups, D.S. Kulkarni, Paranjpe Scheme, and many other known builders. Sir has represented more than 100 cooperative society and also various redevelopment programs. Sir has also represented some popular corporate clients such as Yashraj Films, Reliance Life Science Private Limited, MRF Tires, Jindal Group, and some prominent doctors like Dr. Ashok Sharaf, Dr. K. R. Shetty, Dr. V. Srikhande. Sir has represented airlines like Jet Airways, Kuwait Airways, Malaysian Airways, and has also represented some well-known banks, to name few like Central Bank of India, Union Bank of India, Maharashtra State Cooperative Bank. Sir has also acted for some of the agrotech companies. Sir has appeared on some of the media channels as well, like NDTV, ZE News, Doordarshan, Star News. It gives me immense pleasure in welcoming such a prominent personality as a guest speaker for our Day 2 seminar of Law at Our Doorstep. Topic for today's seminar is Significance of Consumer Protection Act. Thank you.
Now, may I request Honorable Shri Uday B. Vavikar Sir, Advocate, Supreme Court of India, to enlighten his views.
Today's guest of honor and the Honorable Justice Bangale, who is not only my guru, but I have appeared before him for several years. And I would say Justice Bangale has changed the entire significance of consumer law in the society. To his credit, he has many landmark judgments. And some of the judgments I can just quote quickly before I start, because I will pay my respects and Tana Naman and Vandan Karun mi shuru karein. He was instrumental in sending, at least I could send 7 big builders to the jail for non-compliance to the Consumer Act. And he has proven that Consumer Act has a teeth to bite under section 27 and 72 of now. He was a pioneer in the Cooperative Housing Society judgment, people, many would not know that cooperative housing society problems do come before Consumer Protection Act. And he was the game changer in terms of making parking issues of Mumbai city really different from various societies, that each one should get parking. And he also said that the parking must be rotated as per the bylaws, and it should have a sound parking policy. Uh, Again, many burning issues, not only for housing, also for insurance, he has settled with his dynamic judgments, and those judgments are confirmed right up to Supreme Court. I have a pleasure and privilege not only to appear before him, but seeing the game change in the Consumer Court as well as in the Consumer Act, making footsteps and impressing many people that, and he was ruthless as far as builders are concerned, and he's resolved many possession problem of people, many occupation problems of people, including he has called municipal corporation and made them give the occupation certificate and building completion certificate. Sir, you have had a tremendous mark, whether it was a Bisleri judgment, whether it was a judgment for the downtrodden, whether it was a judgment for needy consumers, whether it was any judgment of any deficiency of service and unfair trade practices, I think he was always progressive, aggressive, and ultimate objective of giving justice to a common man. He has achieved it. I can't forget here Rajashri Madam, because first I'm addressing her as a member of our Consumer Protection Act and then head of the Department of the Law. She was an inspiration to us. If she is not in the court would have no charm. It's not because she's charming, but it was because she always has an equitable approach and a stern approach. Whatever they say, whatever men can feel, but ladies are always multitasking. She was multitasking on her judgments of the act. At the same time, she was absolutely equitable to the advocates. She had the concern for not only advocates but for the litigants, and it was really a pleasure for me to appear before her. I have been appearing now in Consumer Court. Slight correction in the introduction is for more than 25 years now. I have not realized how time passes, but I still feel young and I still feel the act is changing and a lot more is required. Today's organizers, especially when I see the organizers, I'm really impressed on one count, that I would say, आज कंकर कंकर शंकर है, बूंद बूंद गंगा है, मस्तक मस्तक हिमालय है. Because we are not at state level, we are at national level. We have got the organizer, not only head of a Department of Law headed by Rajashri Varadi Madam, but we also have got institute which is from really city of which is known as Mahatma Gandhi Kashi Vidyapit from Uttar Pradesh. You know, Kashi is a very pious place, and therefore I said we are at a national level, and I'm thankful for them also to host, especially Dr. Ranjan Kumar is here. I also really appreciate the third sponsorer, which is the JBSP Sanstha's Bagubai Changu Thakur College of Law, Panvel, Raigad. Its short form is as you rightly popularly say, BCT College. Dr. Mrs. Sheetala Gawand, and she was also effectively coordinating under the direction of Madam Varadi, but she was instrumental for bringing me here. Thank you, Sheetala Madam. I am really indeed grateful to you for a kind of coordination that you have done with us. All the Consumer Court advocates, bar members who are present here, all the advocates practicing not only in Consumer Act but various advocates who are present here, then all the students of the law, principals of the colleges, you judge that. That's why I said that today I am appearing before the entire India with the challenges of Consumer Protection Act. Priyanka introduced me very well, but I think it was the second best introduction, Priyanka, because the best introduction was when there was nobody to introduce and I had to introduce myself. You have done a wonderful job, but forget about it. What is important is our contribution to this noble cause of consumer. There are various challenges in this pandemic. I always say Consumer Act is like हम हमेशा कहते हैं शायरी में, मुसीबतें चाहे कितनी भी हो, खास करके कंज्यूमर में करने वालों की, इंक्लूडिंग दी जजेस ऑफ द कंज्यूमर कोर्ट आर प्रेजेंट हियर, और आप सभी की श्रद्धा कम नहीं होती, जैसे करो सोने के 100 टुकड़े, उसकी कीमत कम नहीं होती. Today, if you look at it, Consumer Act has acted as a तिथे उमटती तव पद कमले स्वप्नील मानस जिथे दुमंगले दारिद्र्याच्या जठराग्नीने पंख जिथे करपले. मराठी आमची मायबोली आहे, म्हणून सांगतो की आज लोकांना घरं मिळत नाहीयेत, लोकांना त्यांचे हक्क मिळत नाहीयेत, साध्या साध्या गोष्टींमध्ये भेसळ होत आहे. आणि अशा ठिकाणी ॲज राईटली पॉइंटेड आउट बाय वराडी मॅम, वेन यू ओपन युअर डोअर विथ अ मिल्क बॅग इन द मॉर्निंग or and you see a milk bag of the milk, and if you find that there's a problem with the milk, you are a consumer. You can't sit on the bank as a consumer. You have to be with it. And I always say, जिंदगी में फिराते गम गई. Pandemic also we face lot of problem. फिर भी मुस्कुराती है जिंदगी, जैसे बांसुरी में छेद होकर भी संगीत लहराती है बांसुरी. Consumer Act is not complete. Consumer Act is developing. Consumer Act is changing. But what is the significance of Consumer Act in our life is very well explained in one of the Bangale Sahab judgment, or even Justice Waghaini's judgment. He says that baby in the womb is also a consumer. All of us are consumer, knowingly or unknowingly, we are consumers, and we have to assert our right. If we don't assert our right, then it is like said by Lord Sri Krishna, which is a quotation behind me, which I very clearly see. If you don't fight for what you want, then don't cry for what you have lost. And that is what is most important. Let us look at what are the significant changes, because under the new act, as Bangale Sahib has written a beautiful book on the new act, and I think a lot of our members also will be present. Presidents are also present here. So it is a very wonderful thing to have that they are also present here. And maybe Justice Bora will join us if he gets time. I have requested him. But if you look at the changes in the Consumer Protection Act, it's a very, very significant changes. Consumer Act has no more remain a Consumer Act of 30 sections. On the contrary, it has become a huge, everything is under the new Consumer Protection Act, and we must be aware of what is the significance of this act in our day-to-day life. Now, what are the disputes which come under Consumer Protection Act? Many people do not know that it is so vast that wherever there is a deficiency of service, wherever there is an unfair trade practice, the Consumer Act goes there. One of the activists came to me and he said, "Sir, I started a soap factory. It could not succeed. So I filed the case against the Pollution Control Board. I filed the case against the all the directors." And I jokingly told him, "Thank God you have not filed a case against your wife for deficiency of service for not providing you tea and coffee." That would not come under Consumer Protection Act because it is a personal contract. But the gamut of the Consumer Protection Act is so vast. If you look at it, housing is a burning issue in Bombay. And if you look at the burning issue of housing, the first thing is real estate. Now, each one of us today, what is the best thing in Bombay? If anybody says, what is the business of Bombay? I get to know that when S.K. Patil was there, when the first cooperative banking came in Bombay, or various banking industry started flourishing, including the not only cooperative banks, but Padis came in Bombay. He said, "What is the business of Bombay?" Somebody said it is fishing. And the first fishing cooperative banking started in Bombay. And that was the business of Bombay. But today the business of Bombay is redevelopment. Everywhere, if you see, the city is redevelopment. Developing, old houses are going, towers are coming in, and redevelopment has become the real business, because housing need of Bombay is going to increase, because there was a time when 1 lakh workers were coming to Bombay per day. Now the statistics is showing that 1 lakh professionals, MBAs are coming to Bombay. They are having a good salary. And even if there is a money dearth, the kind of incentives they get, they can afford to buy good houses, and therefore the real estate is booming. But there are a lot of malpractices. You don't get your possession for many years. You get stuck with projects. In redevelopment, you get stress, you get less area, you do not have occupation certificate, then you have to pay through your nose double. Municipality can evict you. You do not have building completion certificate. And the another burning issue is a conveyance. Though the deemed conveyance is there, still a lot of societies are not getting conveyance. Even after, there are buildings in Bombay where the buildings collapsed and then the conveyance was not done, like Lakshmi Chaya and many others. The people had to pay 1.25 crores to the landlord. This is a reported case. And therefore, without conveyance, you can't redevelop, you can't even build a building again. And the title is not transferred to you. Many a times you find that municipal taxes are not paid by the builder, and then you suddenly realize that you have to pay huge municipal taxes. Your buildings gets attached, your water supply gets cut, You have been filed criminal complaints for not paying the municipal taxes of recovery. Substandard work and leakages are to known to everybody, and people are harassed even in new building with this kind of complaints. This whole gamut is now totally covered under Consumer Protection Act. You are finding judgments, including Bangale Sahab judgment, which are improvising day by day. Builders, not only builders but municipal corporation, Mahada, SRA, all these authorities, because now they are giving directly the OCs. So they have been called, summoned, they have been told to, they have been directed to give the occupation certificates. So there is a sea change in the these are the feathers in the cap of consumers, that they are getting their justice. Of course, I won't say it is an espresso coffee justice, because Consumer Act is also facing the infrastructure facilities problem, whereas the jurisdiction is increasing tremendously. So therefore, you get 3 to 4 years, 5 years, but you get and justice has got teeth to bite. Anybody, even in an interim order, does not comply Consumer Protection Act order, you can send him to the jail under section new 72, old section 27, for 3 years imprisonment, which Bangale Sahab was very strict about, and sent 6 builders, as I said, for 3 years imprisonment. Or you can attach their properties. They have been now fined under the new law up to 1 lakh rupees with the attachment of movable and immovable properties, and auction them and collect the money for the consumers. So it is a very even for interim relief order, which powers are not with civil court also today. Cooperative Housing Society is completely coming under Consumer Protection Act by Justice Shivraj Patil's judgment, Turumurugan Cooperative Housing Society. And that was a landmark judgment where they said that Section 91 is absolutely under Consumer Protection Act. And this, there will be no bar to the consumer courts wherever there is a deficiency of service and unfair practice. Like non-allotment of parking space is a burning issue. We find that the chairman, secretaries of cooperative housing societies are keeping 2 car parking. There is no parking policy. The builder does not give adequate parking. You do not have stack parking. Parkings are sold illegally. The landmark judgment of Prerna Cooperative Housing Society, and thereafter the and OPR Agarwal, latest judgment of Bangale Sahab. There are so many judgment of Mahamuni, which is a landmark judgment. Panchali Cooperative Society Supreme Court judgment says that builder cannot sell the parking, yet parkings are sold left and right. So this illegality has been removed by Consumer Protection Act. Parkings are allotted even as an interim reliefs and interim reliefs in a society where there is a big burning issues of parking. Non-issuance of share certificate also is one of the cause where several judgments of the Consumer Act are there. Excess transfer fees have been charged by the societies. Lot of donations have been taken illegally. Those problems are also settled in consumer court. And there are landmark judgments. Leakages and repairs is a common thing in consumer. But there are also judgments for dogs. You will be surprised that in one of the landmark judgment of the State Commission, confirmed by State Commission and South Mumbai Forum, which I fought, that a person was staying on the 15th floor in a Mahim society. 2 dogs he had, and the society passed a resolution saying that we will charge for per dog 1,000 rupees per lift for taking the dog down and taking him out. So this poor person had 2 dogs and there were 2 lifts. So about 4,000 to 5,000 rupees was unaffordable. Against cruelty of animals, against the unfair trade practices, we moved the consumer court. We got a thumping order in the consumer court. That was also confirmed by the State Commission. The entire illegal resolution was set aside and society was directed not to charge for the dog. You may take precautions like security measures for the dog, make rules for if he makes lift dirty of cleaning, penalties, but you can't stop dogs going by the lift. And that is a landmark judgment in redeveloping of Tower City in Bombay now. Even a judgment where there was a resolution by society that spinsters, bachelors, and foreigners will not be allowed in the cooperative housing societies as the tenants, especially on live-in license basis. A landmark judgment came from the Bandra Forum that this is not correct, and that was confirmed by the State Commission. Society was directed that this resolution should be set aside as illegal ab initio, and then it being a fundamental right of giving tenancy by the old couple for their livelihood is allowed. College students, bachelors should be allowed. I argued that bachelors are not of the same age. If this kind of rules and regulations are made in Mumbai, Pune, which are very common, then perhaps our Prime Minister Modi ji, Mayawati ji, or for that matter, Atal Bihari Vajpayee that time, and many of them would not take, because spinsters and bachelors are not of the same age. Foreigners also, if they have fulfilled this thing, should be allowed, and therefore the rule was passed, because law and order situation is different. But the great order was passed by the Consumer Court that this is an unfair trade practice and they must be allowed. Lot of students must be here who are taking the bachelor's accommodation. They said they should also be allowed, because there is a law and order situation, it is different. But their right of taking the tenancy under leave license and giving it under leave license cannot be taken away. So therefore, even the cooperative societies are coming. Next, let us look at what other things are coming, because we are taking whole gamut of Consumer Court. I'm going to give you time for question answer sessions also. We have enough time. Like, what are the added things to the Consumer Protection Act? But what are the other more acts which are coming under are like, for examples, marine insurance. Under the insurance, you will be aware that general insurance doesn't have rules and regulations by which the insurance policies are controlled and managed. Marine insurance is the act where everything is given, the entire procedure and code is there, which is applicable for all insurance policies. So the huge marine insurance claim, fire insurance, general insurance claim, mediclaim, and life insurances claim are coming under consumer. Then another big thing which has come is medical negligence. A lot of cases are decided for medical negligence, and it's become a very specialized act now. Therefore, doctors have also come as judges. We have Dr. Kakade, who has been now dealing with medical negligence in State Commission, and all the presidents of the State Commission, including Bengali Sahab, has given a lot of judgments against the doctors, or for the doctors also, wherever the unscrupulous consumers also have tried to take advantage, to abuse or misuse the law. Therefore, medical negligence, the deficiency of doctors now are squarely falling under Consumer Protection Act. Electricity cases, MSCB cases, BEST cases, Adani cases, Ambani cases, wherever there is a wrong billing done, where the electricity has been cut without any reason, or where the excess billing has been done, all such problems of electricity are now coming under Consumer Protection Act. Banking, you will be surprised that the savings, FDs, and the other accounts, except the current account and commercial purpose, is not coming under Consumer Protection Act. But banking as fair and large is coming under Consumer Protection Act squarely, and a lot of banking cases are decided. Telecom, that is your telephones, telecommunication, your Wi-Fi, everything is now coming. If there is a unfair trade practice under Consumer Protection Act. Airlines is a major chunk which is coming under Consumer Protection Act. There is a landmark judgment of the refund to airlines, where now in pandemic also to be given, which is a part of Consumer Protection Act. Lot of class action petitions are decided under Consumer Protection Act. I understand Grahak Panchayat has taken effectively under Consumer Protection Act for the refund of the airlines due to cancellation of pandemic. Therefore, Consumer Protection Act is a very dynamic act. Household goods are also coming under Consumer Protection Act. Transport is coming under Consumer Protection Act. Railway, Act. Banking, finance, education, tourism, even the domestic fuels, postal and courier service are squarely falling under Consumer Protection Act. So it's a vast act. There are further additions where the Consumer Act has now become a total game changer, where you can see that the added under Consumer Protection Act 2019 are advertisements. You will be very happy to note that unfair advertisements or misleading advertisements will totally fall under Consumer Protection Act, and the brand ambassadors are coming under the advertisements. Like, for example, if Amitabh Bachchan ji is doing advertisement for Kalyan Jewelers, and you find that there is a problem with Kalyan Jewelers, then this is totally introduced under Consumer Protection Act. And these brand ambassadors, including whether it is Madhuri Dixit or whether it is Sachin Tendulkar, all these, or Dhoni for that matter, matrimonial ads, if there is any unfettered practice or deficiency of service, these brand ambassadors will come under the target that they'll be responsible for the not doing the due diligence and becoming brand ambassadors of the project. Like for example, Amrapali, Sachin Tendulkar was there and houses were not delivered. So they will all come now under Consumer Protection Act as the misleading advertisements, and that liability will be definitely there under the advertisement. Now the product liability has also come. If you have introduced any product, the action for the product liability, affixing liability on the manufacturer or producer, even a product seller, certain specified circumstances for any personal injury, death, property damage caused to a consumer resulting into defects, like for example, your house is leaking and you have used waterproofing material, whether it is of Pidilite or whether it is of any other company, and the house is still leaking, then all those injuries caused to you, your furniture getting spoiled, etc., can be definitely claimed from Consumer Protection Act, which is in construction, design, formulation, preparation, assembly and testing services, warning instruction, marketing and packaging and labeling would also come under Consumer Protection Act. This is something, a new thing which is added now to the Consumer Act. Further, the Consumer Act has gone adding the not only the product liability but e-commerce. Now the younger generation and us also today are doing online ordering, whether it is Amazon, whether it is any kind of marketing like Flipkart, Amazon, Myntra, whatever you buy through the because the question was where you will file the complaint. Now the main change in Consumer Act is wherever the complainant resides, you can file a complaint. Therefore, the buying and selling of the goods or services, including digital products, are totally under Consumer Protection Act. Therefore, the jurisdiction changes are also fantastic in the new act. Initially, as per the CPA 1986, it was where the opposite party resides or carries on business, or where the opposite party has a branch office. That means if you buy a flat in Delhi and you are in Mumbai, you will have to file the case in Delhi. You buy in Nagpur, you will have to file in Nagpur. But now, new Consumer Act says wherever the opposite party resides or carries on business, or where the opposite party has a branch office, that was also there under the old act, but now, or where the cause of action arises, or where the complainant resides or works. This is a sea change. For example, if a Bihar person comes in Bombay and books a flat, he can file a case in Bihar wherever he is residing. Whereas you fight a soft corner bungalow, say Lonavala, Panvel, or anywhere for that matter, you can file, if you are residing in Bombay, the case in Bombay. So therefore, this is going to make a sea change, and it is already taking effective steps, especially for the software, especially for the e-commerce, or especially where you go on Amazon or Flipkart, where the head offices are in Chennai or international offices. You can file a case in Bombay where you are residing, and that is going to create a great help to the consumer, and the Consumer Act has come to the doorstep of consumers. So this is a major sea change now in the new Protection Act. The next is, now let us look at the what are the further changes. Even there is a introduction, apart from introduction of e-commerce, as I've seen, introduction of advertisement, which you have seen, the added is new concept of meditation. We just mediation. Now mediation is also put, which is very effective. Rajeshi madam is conducting courses in Bombay University. Grahak Panchayat is concerning, but a good news is Bar Association Consumer Court with the NSLU combination with our state commission is going to have a special course with the for the Consumer Protection Act for mediation, and all those law students now can participate. It will come very shortly. I can announce on behalf of CCA, it is getting finalized with the National Law University, and they will be recognizing this course, and there will be a certification course jointly with the State Commission of Consumer Court. Justice Bora is also instrumental in this. Justice Bangale is also now helping us. A lot of people are coming, and we are going to have a lot of mediation classes wherein the students of the law, the members of the Consumer Court Bar Association, all of them can join this course with a certification, and they'll be an effective mediator, because this mediation is going to take place a major role apart from Lok Adalats in consumer court, where the alternate dispute resolution can be more done faster than the regular court. Regular courts can take years, but mediation, once you decide and you file a consent terms and dispute is settled, then there is no question of further appeal. You can definitely go for execution of such orders if there's any non-compliance, and therefore there are now establishment of mediation cell also enumerates the procedure for mediation, and expert mediators would come, and this is going to resolve the problem of the lot of problems of the consumers. The process of mediation is a very really welcome change. There is also pecuniary jurisdiction that has been now the pecuniary jurisdiction has been actually for the district forum up to 20 that has been raised to 1 crore. So most of the it has come to your doorstep, because most of the cases now district forum has been as district commission, and so the cases 1 crore will go to district which is old forum, which is giving a lot of priorities, and jurisdiction to the up to 1 crore is a really great jurisdiction in terms of, suppose you are buying a flat up to 1 crore, any flat will come under anything up to 1 crore. In fact, all the insurance claims will come to the commission. That was the forum before. Most of the flat cases will come under the forum. Wherever you pay, another change that has been done at the juncture, I will say, is consideration paid. What mean, initially it is under the old act that it was the value of your goods and services. Suppose your flat is of 1 crore 20 lakh. Amrish Shukla's judgment, which is confirmed by Supreme Court, would say you will have to go to National Commission under the old act, Delhi. So for every consumer, filing a case in Delhi would be difficult. But now it is saying, suppose you book a flat of even 4 crores and you pay 50 lakh rupees, then the jurisdiction is only consideration paid. So therefore, for 4 crore flat, you can go to a consumer forum, that is the district commission, and file a case if you have paid only 50 lakh, because the forum jurisdiction now, that district commission jurisdiction now is only up is up to 1 crore or only consideration paid, nothing else. There is no question of value of goods and services. There is no question of claim made, and therefore it is very, very easy. Whatever money you pay, you go before that forum, and there is no court fees up to 5 lakh rupees. So justice is free, no process fee. Very unique feature added to Consumer Protection Act. So it is really going to take the justice to the poor. There is justice to the arguable expectation, and these are these in the Consumer Protection Act. Even the punishments are made very stringent now. Under section 71, which was the old section of 25 attachment of properties, now every order made by the district commission, state commission or national commission shall be enforced by it same in the manner as if they were decree made by the court in the suit before it, and provisions of order 21 in the first schedule of Code of Civil Procedure Code will apply. That means under Civil Procedure Code, you can even now send a party to civil jails. You can do the attachment under order 21, as I pointed out on your slide. You can send him to prison for the term not exceeding 3 months. You can say, I am talking under 71, that means attachment of properties. You can send a person to the jail for non-compliance. Property of the judgment debtor can be attached through belief of the courts. This is again a sea change. Court has power to summon the third person to bring the additional evidence on the record. So even third person can come and say, or if you have given the possession, Justice Bangale has done a lot of these things. When the builder has given a possession to the third party, other than the consumer, he has attached already under order 21, and therefore that person has to come first to the court, and then the builder had pressure in section 27, which was very powerful section, of sending builder to the jail, or for that matter any person who non-compliance of the order to the jail, even at the interim stage, was failure to comply with order punishable with imprisonment for a term less than 1 month extended to 3 years, with fine of rupees 2,000 extended to only 10,000. Now that has been increased. Failure to comply is now not only imprisonment not less than 1 month extended to 3 years, but with the fine extending from 25 to 1 lakh both. So it is another deterrent which has been put. A person can be sent to the jail through consumer court only. His properties could be attached through the consumer court only. Not only that, he can go for civil jail for 3 months, and his property non-movable and non-movable can be attached. So there's a great change in the act. As far as the new act is concerned, the entire thing is going to be very, very effective. Now let us go to the further feature of the significance of this act. Like, there are now infrastructure, online platforms are created to the other courts. In this pandemic, we were doing online arguments for admission, online arguments for execution. We are still online in many cases in National Commission, Supreme Court, or a High Court. And online filing of consumer court complaint is also getting proceeded. At the moment, it is not there, but it will again become effective because NIC has already given the platform. There was an agency who was doing this, and therefore now it is possible that you can file online complaints under the Consumer Protection Act. I am saying that the day will not be far off where you can use your mobile and file the cases through the mobile also. Let us hope that kind of technology comes very fast, but online hearing is possible. It is going to be a sea change, because not only online hearing, but the executions, various miscellaneous application, interim reliefs are also online. Let us go that the added feature also is there of Central Consumer Protection Authority. Now this is an added feature where you can not only come to consumer court, but you can also go to Central Consumer Protection Authority. Suppose, for example, you find that in Coca-Cola, you have found a particular product which is defective, or for that matter, any medicine you find, or any kind of consumable item like oil, etc., you find that there is a problem in, there's a defect in the product, and that is going to harm the entire health of the person. By consuming it, it can be food poison. You can take a report from the authority, and you can such cases for that batch before the Central Consumer Protection Authority, who will tell the direct collector directly at the district level, and they will take the action, and they can get a stay on that entire company's product. If it is a Hindustan Lever product or anybody's product, for that matter, if it is going to be hazardous to the health, you can definitely go to Consumer Protection Council, and they are, other than the civil courts or other than the consumer court, they can take an action of staying the entire batch or production of that product. So there are tremendous powers now given simultaneously to the Consumer Protection Council, who will become effective also more than the court. So this is again new feature added. Considering all this, I think there is a huge gamut under the Consumer Protection Act. If you look at the effectivity and the judgments, then there are various landmark judgments under the Act. Now these landmark judgments under the Act, if you can say, I will come to, like for example, I have talked to you about car parking judgment. Under the car parking judgment, you can have the judgment where now each one, Justice Bangale only passed a judgment in case of Mahamuni. He said that municipal corporation is now made to give parking to every person, and that is going to be really a landmark judgment, which of course can be tested in the National Commission. Then there are also judgments which have said that every member society has to have a very clear parking policy. If there are less parking, then you should have stack parking, which should be introduced, or the parking will go by rotation under the bylaws of the Cooperative Societies Act, and they'll be controlled by bylaws. You can't have two by chairman or secretary. There will be a separate policy. The judgment which are now coming, also as far as builders are concerned, the redevelopment is completely coming under Consumer Protection Act, and for the purpose of redevelopment, there is a Supreme Court judgment, Fakir Gulati judgment, where the Supreme Court says that even if the landlord is getting money, even builder does not complete and give and keep his promises, then for surrendering the rights, he will be a consumer. So, as per the time, the act is changing now. As I said, the software is coming under, e-commerce is coming under, misleading advertisements are coming under. So, it is going to be the whole big gamut, and every judgment is becoming landmark in this effect through the Supreme Court and through the National Commission. Under the especially the biggest cases, the maximum cases are now coming because of the redevelopment, because of the housing scarcity is in the housing. The housing judgments for occupation certificate, building completion certificates are really great, and the insurance is one of the thing where there is a new judgment of the Supreme Court of Almeida Sao versus Oriental Insurance Company, that even in cases where there is a breach of warranty conditions of the policy, an amount of 75% of admissible claim has been given by the insurance company. That means if it will be given. You have a landmark of Supreme Court in case of section 4. That means if you don't disclose that you are suffering from diabetes and you have a heart attack, there Damania judgment says that there is no nexus. But Asha Goyal judgment now of Supreme Court is saying that the insurance company has to prove that there was an intention of the fraud. If the person has diabetes and he doesn't know, you can't blame him for that. You can't say that you have done suppression of material fact. And it is the insurance company has to prove that there was a suppression. Such a suppression was deliberate with the intention of creating a fraud, and there is a mens rea. Then only the policies can be rejected. Therefore, another thing which is now coming in is called third parties enforcing. Various banks, when you go for taking an housing loan, the banks are telling you that you have to take an insurance sharing personal documents on account holder to the third parties, and then you have to take an insurance of the heavy amounts to cover your housing loan would be amounting to deficiency of service. It is very clear in one of it is like selling my cat for selling my buffalo for 5 lakhs if you buy my cat for 50. So therefore, if you are insisting to give an housing loan on a 4 crore policy or 3 crore policy for giving 1 crore housing loan, that the insurance company will be attached to the bank, it will be the unfair trade practice. There is also judgment of the bouncing of the illegal deductions from the bank account, not proving the necessary documents, fraudulent transactions through the ATM fraudulent transactions are reported. It is interesting. I would tell you, be very careful when you take out the money from ATM. Please put your hand. Otherwise, the people who are unscrupulous people will put the cam in ATM and they'll get your the password. They'll get your account number. Even if it's card with you, they will do the card and withdraw the amount from you. Therefore, the fraudulent case of ATM have increased. Fraudulent cases of credit cards have increased. Duplicate credit cards are done and they have been encashed. Bouncing of check due to the fault of the bank is also there. Share personal documents of the account authorities would also amount to the deficiency of service. Excess recovery of loan amounts are amounted trade practices, and violation of Services Act also would come a deficiency of service. A landmark judgment as far as this is concerned is Honorable National Commission Allahabad Bank versus Chief Swarup Srivastav, where banks are vicariously made liable for the act of their employees. So that means if employees give you information to the people who can fraudulently use such information, they are also. Online banking is prone to a lot of risks, and you have to be very, very careful as far as online banking is concerned. If your passwords and if your codes are swiped away, then you can lose all your balances also. And your account can be hacked, your email can be hacked, your even what can be hacked. So therefore, you have to be extra careful as far as the online transactions of the bank are done. So therefore, the gamut of the Consumer Protection Act is becoming really vast. Therefore, what I have to convey you is there are sea change coming at the if talk of like we have talked of now medical negligence. As far as medical negligence is concerned, there are many landmark judgments that doctors are liable if there's a deficiency of service and unfair practice. There's a lot of so initially Bolam which is to say that if a person, if an ordinary doctor does service any ordinary doctor have done, they were out. But now there is a new which has come as a informed consent, and there is negligent take a informed consent. Informed consent means you have to explain in the language known to him what are the side effects very clearly. For after the solicitors of patient that my patients have understood the side effects and bad effects of the operation, they have to explain it. They have to take a specific consent of the patient or relatives. Other, if the consent is not taken, the doctor is liable. If they fail to give complete information about the treatment, that also would amount to informed consent. Fail to give treatment before departing in a critical situation. Justice Shah in one of the judgment has very clearly said, that is the National Commission, their judgment, which says that death, the fees, medical fees can wait, but death can't wait. And therefore, there is a landmark. There are landmark judgment like judgment of Honorable National Commission in case of Parvat Kumar Mukherjee versus Ruby General Hospital, which says that grievance hospital refused to give treatment without the fees to the accident victim. Honorable National Commission pointed out that penalty of rupees 10 lakhs as under that is there a code of conduct, that there is a duty that is what required to be implemented in emergency or critical cases. Let them discharge the duty of social obligation of rendering services without waiting for the fee. As I said, the famous judgment says that death cannot wait, fees can wait. So even that judgment is coming. There are a lot of progressive judgment in every field under the Consumer Protection Act. Even for the seeds and the tissue culture, banana tissue culture is under Consumer Protection Act. And for mixing of the seeds, for furious seeds, farmers have got tremendous judgment of lot of compensation, especially for tissue culture. There are a lot of judgment. So every gamut, the Consumer Act is processing, and it is taking care of time. What is now required, infrastructure facilities are not there. We have to go online, we have to update, and the number of forums. Now, I will give you an example. For 1.5 crore population, approximately city of Delhi has got nearly 12 to 13 forums, whereas city of Mumbai, which has got nearly, including Thana, which has got nearly more than 3 crores of population, there are hardly 4 forums in Bandra, 2 forums in Bandra, and 2 forums in Thana. And therefore, for the central suburb and western suburb, the courts are inadequate. Every suburb you require, as per the population, consumer court. Therefore, the budgetary allocations to the consumer courts have to be increased. Number of judges have to be increased. There are 22 vacancies today. Thank God our new president, Justice Bora, has come, and we are trying a lot of mediation. We are trying a lot of Lok Adalat, conciliation, and I think things will improve even by online hearing of the cases. I would not take much time of yours because we are already crossed major time of ours, wherein I know all of you are now waiting eagerly for your questions, because unless and until we answer your questions, and I am like a scientist, there was a doctor in United States of America who gave a lecture on nuclear physics. He was to give 25 lectures, but out of 25 lectures, he could deliver 24 lectures. His driver was smart like me. He was a better orator. I don't know whether I am a good orator or not, but he was a good orator. And he said, doctor, you don't worry. You wear my uniform of driver, and I will wear your suit and boot, and I will deliver your nuclear physics lecture. It was recited by him. He gave a good lecture. But the problem came where the question answers came, like you are going to ask me. And then he said, look, you all write your question and answers. All professors know what to do, and give it to me. And when the written question and answers came from various scientists sitting in that session of his, he said, these questions are so simple that my driver will answer. Now I have two judges here of the consumer court. One is a beautiful lady, a charming person, Rajeshi Varadi madam, and another is and who has got a lot of experience, and she is very sensitive to the consumer matters, and the expert like Justice Bangale. So who is a retired High Court judge and really acclaimed person, not even in consumer field, but matters. He is an authority. He was also the registrar of Bombay High Court. He was a secretary of law and judiciary. Every field he knows. So therefore, in case I can't answer any question, I have got the real scientist sitting here. I am only the driver. It was really nice to be with you. As far as the Consumer Act is concerned, I always say कि रात ही रात में विश्वास बदल जाता है, बात ही बात में इतिहास बदल जाता है, पर तू मुसीबतों से ना घबराए ग्राहक, जो आप सभी है, पर तू मुसीबतों से ना घबराए ग्राहक, अगर तू चाहे तो धरती के आकाश बदल सकता है. Woods are lovely, dark and deep, but we have promises to keep. As far as Consumer Protection Act is concerned, the act is really good. What is important is we have to act. Awake, arise and stop not, and insist on your rights unless they are fulfilled. And let us have the excellent infrastructure and implementation of the law. I think consumer courts can replace the civil courts, and the justice is coming to your doorstep. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Shri Uday Vavekar, sir, Advocate, Supreme Court of India. We are really delighted by listening to your lecture and indeed by the immense information and knowledge shared by you. Now we are heading towards and indeed going to conduct an interactive session, that is the question and answer session. If there are any queries, kindly ping those queries in the chat box as well as the comment box of Zoom meeting and YouTube respectively. I will humbly request Honorable Chief Guest to answer those queries on behalf of you.
So Yash, we have to acknowledge special personality who is present here. I appreciate presence of Advocate Sudeep Pasbola, sir, Vice Chairman of Bar Council of Maharashtra and Goa. Thank you, sir, for remaining present in this session of Advocate Uday Vavekar. And I also appreciate presence of Honorable Justice Bangale, sir, for remaining gracing the occasion. It was a wonderful lecture. Advocate Uday Vavekar, in a very short time, you have explained us various amendments in consumer protection law, then which are the topics which are covered under the Consumer Protection Act, which are the latest amendments, and which things are going to be introduced in consumer law, new things in court system, excellently covered in your 1 hour lecture. Thank you very much. I personally appreciate it. Now we request our students and participants to raise their queries, if any. You can interact with Advocate Uday Vavekar, sir. Yes, Suyash?
Till now, there are no questions.
Either I was very clear or there's a Chinese proverb which says that the person who asks a question remains a fool for that time, who doesn't ask remains a fool for lifetime. I don't think we are in second category, but I think, yes, please.
No, I was just saying that the lecture was really nice. There is a question.
Yes.
Or indeed a suggestion that banks are expected to send SMS to the customer for any transaction on credit or debit card or the account number. Is there is timeline within which such SMS needs to be delivered?
It all depends on transaction to transaction. Normally, banks are supposed to give within immediately 24 hours, or even most of the time you get within 1 hour. But if there are losses for not passing the instruction, I'll give you a very concrete case of mine. There was a case of my client which is now going on in the consumer court, where he took a loan of certain amount, say 1 crore, and he was to repay that loan, and there was a lien on his FD account. Now he has already FDs of nearly 3 crores. One of the FDs of 1 crore was getting really matured, and the bank previous day asked him whether your FD should be renewed, and he recorded that message of the bank. He said, of course, renew and go ahead, and he gave all the renewal approvals for it. Now, instead of renewing the FD on the basis of lien, there was certain default on his payment on the 3 crores loan that he had taken. What they did was they adjusted the entire 1 crore FD and did not inform him. Then he came to me, and such a thing now, for example, if there was a lien, they could have given a notice to him, at least a message, when they could ask him by calling that can we renew our FDs. They should also say, sir, there's a lien, we are going to adjust it. Not a single intimation, they adjusted. And this is a very absolutely valid case under the Unfair Trade Practice before the Consumer Protection Act. Even if there's a lien, it was necessary for him to, because he said, I would have come and paid it. Why do you adjust my FD and make me lose my interest? And that was correct. So therefore, this is a current example I am giving you. Therefore, messaging and communication by the bank is absolutely important. There are various banking rules under the RBI guidelines, but before the Consumer Protection Act, as Baradi madam would agree with me, Justice Bangale would absolutely take an action. Is what is required is a protocol. What is required is a service to the consumer. And if there's a deficiency of service and such unfair trade practice, then naturally the bank has to face the consequences of compensation, reversing the entries, giving him due credit. As I am an ex-banker, I can say with effective date, give him the interest of the FD. So that is required, absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
I think
There are
yes.
Suyash, let me acknowledge presence of our former judge R.R. Gandhi, Ramesh Gandhi, sir, Chief Judge,
Oh, thank
former
you, sir.
Chief Judge of Small Causes Court, former District Judge. Thank you, Ramesh Gandhi, sir, for gracing this occasion. Gandhi, sir, we wish to see you. Let our participants should check you. Can you put on your video?
Can I ask a question?
Yes,
Yes, you
please.
can ask question by the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Sir, basically, if at all you know the new banking documents, now
Yes.
what they do is they put a arbitration clause. Suppose you're purchasing something, they put an arbitration clause.
That's
And if
right.
at all I'm purchasing anything in Mumbai, like a loan something, the loan documents, they will put a jurisdiction of arbitration in Delhi. So even after they put an arbitration clause and jurisdiction in Delhi, can that be challenged in like suppose I'm purchasing in Bombay a car or a housing loan, and everything is here, but what they do is they put a jurisdiction in Delhi and arbitration takes place in Delhi, and then they, according to Section 9, they take certain order and they confiscate the car or certain things. So can we go to the consumer court in Bombay? Can the jurisdiction be in Bombay according to that?
You have asked a good question. The new act which is now implemented of Consumer Protection Act says that consumer can file a complaint wherever he or she resides. So if you are even residing in Bombay, your transactions are in Delhi, you can at Consumer Protection Act file a case in Bombay. That is a good news to you, and this has come because of these online transactions. And this change is now applicable. Arbitration clause will not be an exception. You can't restrict the jurisdiction in the Consumer Protection Act in your agreement that will be only subject to jurisdiction of Delhi. There are judgments of the National Commission, even Supreme Court, saying that such a restriction itself would be illegal, unfair, and now it is against the Consumer Protection Act itself. So you can definitely file a case in Mumbai.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, we have one more question from Mr. Sandeep Atre.
Yes.
Mr. Sandeep Atre, you can please unmute yourself and you can speak. Okay, Kanchan Malvi, if you want to ask any question, please go ahead and ask the question.
Hello, Sandeep here.
Yes, Sandeep, please go ahead.
Thanks a lot, sir. Very nice discussion.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, yeah. So question was that you have rightly mentioned that Panchashila was a landmark judgment for car parking, street parking. But still the
Panchali
transaction,
court.
yeah,
I mean, sorry, you are talking of the Supreme Court judgment.
so Supreme Court judgment, correct.
Yes, which is near Nayalchand judgments. Yeah.
So basically, in that case, the street parking is normally is prohibited as of now.
Yeah.
But still, a
Yes.
lot of transactions are getting done, and people are also, falsely paying such a great amount for the parking, 5 lakh, 10 lakhs, and people are not knowing that they are still insist on a builder that put this in our agreement. Then the people are feeling that they will get a parking good title, but the act itself is not a valid. What is the meaning of such things? तो उसके लिए क्या कर सकते हैं हम लोग कि ये ट्रांजैक्शन ऐसा होना ही नहीं चाहिए.
Sandeep ji, we have got various cases. Bangale Saab is here. He had decided various cases. As per the Panchali Cooperative Society judgment, it is very clear that builder can only sell the flat and not the parking, which is free of FSI. The test of selling of parking is free of FSI parking. Now, if there's a built garage where the FSI is utilized, you can sell the parking. Under the RERA, now you can sell podium parking, which is built, and you can also sell charge on the stack parking. But you cannot sell the open car parking place or the steel car parking place, because both the places have not utilized the FSI, and therefore builder cannot sell the parking. Even after builder sells such a parking and gives the parking, when the society is registered, society is fully in charge of the parking. They can cancel all the builders parking and re-allot the parking. My assistant senior, I will not name it, that time Lodha Builders were my client, and he requested, sir, I bought a flat in Thana, Lodha. I please request Mangal Paji is charging 2 lakh rupees for the parking. Now he has increased the parking charges to 3 lakhs. So I want 2 parking. My son is a doctor. Please request him to give me additional parking at 2 lakh or even any concession granted. I have visited Mangal Prasad. He said, Bhavika Sahab, you know and I know. Why are you doing this? I advised him, don't purchase the parking. When society comes in, you will get the parking. But he was insisting for 2 parkings. And he said, if then therefore we requested, he got allotment at the old rate. And thereafter, when society was registered, I'm talking of Thana Lodha, the entire parking of his one more extra parking was cancelled. So therefore, society can re-allot the parking as per the availability. There has to be a clear parking policy of society, and if there are less parking under stills and the open parkings are to be rotated every year. Am I clear?
Yes. Sir.
Any
Yes,
other
sir.
question?
Thank you.
You can file in Consumer Protection Act if you have grievance of parking, and lot of landmark judgments are there, especially of Bengali Sahab.
Yeah, sir, we have another question by Advocate Kanchan Malvi.
Yes, please.
Please go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes.
Thank you, sir, for your excellent and informative lecture and the CPAC ad. Yes. So you talked about, you gave idea about CPAC and many things. You were talking about medical negligence also.
Yes.
So just I want to ask that recently I read an article that now doctors are not included in this CPAC. So is it so? I think
there is a lot of confusion in the act because of the wording.
2 days back
it
only.
says the healthcare word is excluded, but it is kept open to the judges for the interpretation. Now, for example, if you are under the healthcare products like massage, etc., they are all excluded. But if there is a specific medical negligence which is there, you can still come to the consumer court, and it does not mean the hospitals are excluded or doctors are excluded. All are still there for the deficiency of service and unfair trade practices mode. If certain things like massage parlors and the others, there is some problem, these healthcare units are excluded, but it all depends on judges and interpretation of judges. But it is very clear that medical negligence is still there and it is not excluded.
Okay, thank you.
There is another question from Mr. Sudhir.
Yes, please.
Mr. Sudhir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please. Sudhir,
Good evening,
Tell
sir.
me. Good evening. Good evening.
I have booked flat at Satara.
Bola,
And
bola.
I have given builder check and through online payment 1 lakh rupees.
Correct.
After 1-2 months, I have cancelled that booking. I have sent it later. I am not interested, and
for refund.
I want to cancel that. After 1-2 years, because of that pandemic, Corona, lockdown, he gives me 50,000, and he tell me 50,000. And he tell me I am also in trouble. I am also in trouble. I have also faced some losses in business, so I can't give 50,000. At this situation, can I file this? Go to Consumer Forum in Satara or Raigad?
See, first of all, where are you staying now?
Panvel.
So you can file a case in Panvel before the forum. That is the district commission at Panvel. Okay.
So for that, I have to go Alibag, no sir?
Alibag, correct. You will be in Alibag. So you will have to file in Alibag district commission, and you can file. You can also file in Satara. You have both the jurisdictions available. And where is yes,
but sir, our
where was the project?
In Satara.
So you can file in Satara, or where is the builder's office?
Satara.
So you can file in Satara or you can file in Alibag. Choice is yours. Secondly, for the refund, if there is nothing in his agreement for cancellation and contract is not clear, and if he has not constructed at all as per the agreement for 1 year, and if he has given possession, promise that within 2 years I'll give you possession, or 1.5 years I'll give you possession, and the construction is not done, then you should get full refund with compensation, with legal cost and mental harassment and agonist cost.
With interest, sir.
Yes, with interest, of course, with interest.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, I think that is enough. Advocate Vavikar has given excellent answers for everyone's questions, and I hope all participants are satisfied. Now, dear friends, we are privileged to have with us Shri Ramesh Gandhi, sir, former Chief Judge of Small Causes Court, Bombay, as well as former District Judge of District Thane. He is having vast experience of almost more than 30 years of judiciary experience. He has done a lot of work in legal aid awareness, as well as when he was in judiciary, he has passed several judgments. Sir, thank you for joining us this evening. I request now Honorable Shri Ramesh Gandhi, sir, to give his concluding remarks.
Hello, everybody. I hope I am audible.
Yes, yes, yes.
Good evening, everybody. I say good evening to everybody for simple reason that Mr. Vavikar, when he has started his practice, and when I was considering the legal services Act provisions, I was implementing the provisions of the law at that time in the year 2000, when this Consumer Protection Act was in quite discussion. At that time, I invited Mr. Vavikar, and he has delivered his very good speech for Bandra people. And since then, I have association with Mr. Vavikar. Today, he has explained the provisions of Consumer Protection Act of 2019, most awaited legislation. And he has explained the provisions in such a way that there are no questions.
Yes.
Because he has covered all the questions within 1 hour. He has answered, I will say, he has answered and explained the provisions of the Consumer Protection Act, the changes made in the new act, what were the provisions of the old act, and how the present act is more in favor of the consumers. He has very well explained the provisions of the jurisdiction. This is very important provisions of this act, because now I will give one example. One of my friend who had booked his flat in Jodhpur, and the builder was not responding to him in spite of receiving 90% of the consideration. And I asked him to wait for some time, and when the new act has enforced after passing the act and then implementation by notification, it took some time, but he could file his claim in Bombay because of the new act only. Otherwise, from Bombay, he would have to travel to Jodhpur and to fight the litigation there. So this is very important provision of law, that jurisdiction has been given where file the litigation in Alibag or in Satara. So Mr. Wavikar has again explained it, that how the jurisdiction is at different places. Means it is more favorable to the consumer for the same purpose. The entire object of the law has been considered by the legislature, and the provision has been made accordingly. What more I should say, he has explained or quoted the judgments of Honorable Justice Bangale. Really, we should know that such type of judgments are there. He has made landmark, he has given landmark judgments which are still on the tip of the tongue of the lawyers and even the consumers. Many consumers quote that the Honorable Justice Bangale has given such as a judgment. It was published in the Times of India. Means the people are bringing the judgments for showing to the lawyers. Means I am at present working as the chief legal advisor for Mahavitaran, and there also some consumers bring his judgment that see that I can go to the consumer forum, I can go to the state forum, I can go to the national forum, and like that. So these are remarkable judgments. And now our new president for Consumer Forum is also there, Mr. Bora. He has also very vast experience of the judiciary. We have occasion to work together for legal services, free legal services to the public in Maharashtra. His approach is also very reasonable and rational. I think he will also be able to do much better for the consumers and deliver the justice in favor of the consumers. What more I can say? I am very thankful to Dr. Rajashree for giving this opportunity to me for expressing my few words. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for concluding this.
Now, may I request Dr. Alka Patil, Madam, Assistant Professor, Department of Law, University of Mumbai, to propose a vote of thanks.
I'm Dr. Alka Patil, Assistant Professor, Department of Law, University of Mumbai. Good evening to one and all to gather here on this wonderful evening. It's my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. I take this a golden opportunity to thanks to our most valued invited, respected chief guest of this function, dynamic leader, Advocate Uday Wavikar sir, for attending this program in his busy schedule. Sir has explained how Bengali case, how 30 sections are huge and how it is so vast. It is so applicable to the Lakshmi Chaya case, municipal corporation, how Mahara's case, and so all, etc. Also, non-issuance of certificate, state commission case about the dogs and product liability, marketing liabilities, digital product, etc. And how you can file the application for your grievance. How you can, the civil procedure code is also apply here, someone of third person, insurance company, and so on. Sir, you cover so many different aspects of the society. We will cultivate this advice you gave us in real life, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening us. Yes, consumers are the most important visitor on our premises. They are not independent on us. We are dependent on them. So they are not an interruption in our work. They are not outside in our business. They are part of it. We are not doing him a favor by serving them. They are doing us a favor by giving us an opportunity to do so. The Consumer Protection Act 2009, yes, provide a great degree of security of the rights and interest of the consumer than the 1986 Act. And of course, the significant imbalance, power and structure between the consumer and seller. Sir has also gives us in-depth study and the knowledge of Consumer Protection Act and its significance. Interactive session was also too great because this Of course, then only we can came to know that the practical problem what the society is going to be faced in reality. We will cultivate this advice, sir, definitely. Thank you so much, sir. I extend my gratitude to the respected professor and head, Dr. Rajeshri Varade, Madam, Department of Law, University of Mumbai. I also thanks Dr. Mrs. Shitala Gawan, Madam, in charge Principal of Bhagubai Changu Thakur, College of Law, New Panvel, Raigad. I also sincere thank to Dr. Rajan Kumar, Professor and Head, Dean, Department of Law, Mahatma Gandhi Vidyapit Varanasi for arranging such a all excellent the steps and the legal aid awareness program, Law at Your Doorstep. I also thanks the wonderful welcome address by Dr. Sanjay Jadhav, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I also thanks to Shuez Parkade for comparing to this entire session. And also thanks to Supriya Madam for introduction of today's guest. It's my privilege to thank the dignitaries on and of the online program, not only for the participating here, but also for the successful of today's program. I also extend sincere thanks to Justice Honorable Ashok Bangalde sir, former Chairman State Consumer Commission, Advocate Sandeep Pasbole sir, Vice Chair Bar Council of Maharashtra and Goa, former Chief Justice of Small Causes Court, Bombay, all advocates and advocates of Consumer Forum who participated in this today's evening program. I extend my sincere thank you, sir, to Honorable Shri Ramesh Gandhi, sir, former District Judge of Thane, for concluding remark of today's program. Last but not the least, I also thanks to all my dear students of LLB, LLM, pre-PhD, PhD, MPhil, for enthusiastically participated, attended. Without you, this program could not be success. I sincere thanks to all non-teaching staff and technical members for glorifying this function. Once again, I thank one and all wholeheartedly. Thank you all. Thank you so much.